What is up? What is up, my peoples? What is up? Welcome to another great episode we got planned for you today. Hoy. Speaking of Hoy, first and foremost, man, James, you heard that new Will I Am song?
No.
You might not have, but there's a new Will I Am and Taboo song. East LA. That shit is hard. That shit is hard. Man, that shit just I don't know, it just hit a little special place in my heart for me, being that I grew up West Phoenix. I got a lot of Latino and Chicano culture. I was exposed to a lot of the culture, and you know, there's a lot of things in my life that I probably wouldn't do, and I wouldn't move certain ways if it were not for uh, the culture and people that I grew up with. And there's a lot of Latino, and also shout out too, like we forget about it sometimes, but the indigenous, as we're supposed to say now, the indigenous native people, that's kind of technically where the Mexicans
Yeah.
come from.
Yeah.
That's ancient Mexican, technically. Story goes many moons ago, some Spaniards came through and they met some natives, some indigenous people, and boom, next thing you know, you got some Mexicans.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, if you guys haven't heard it, check it out, man. It's we can't play it, because we ain't got rights to that shit. Too bad. We ain't got the money to pay for it. Too bad. But Will I Am and Taboo, man, East LA. It's a dope song and it's needed right now. With everything that's going on, it's kind of a song, uh, kind of touching on the fact of what's going out there in the streets within the Latin community, and the type of authorities, fucking cold ass motherfuckers
Cold ass motherfucker.
that we got out there in them streets. Bitch made ass cold motherfuckers. But yeah, it's a dope song. It's a dope song. I just want to get that out there, because man, it's tough out here in these streets if you ain't rich. Plain and simple. If you ain't rich, it's tough out here, man. If you ain't rich, it's fucking tough. And that's for everybody that ain't rich. I don't care if you white, black, Mexican, fucking Chinese, fucking alien, Martian, Plutarian, whatever it is. We all need to respect each other and try to come together and make some differences together, man. Ain't nothing gonna change. We always gonna be fucked over by these few people if we can't come together. But anyways, that's enough of me ranting. Let's get into some introductions today. And as usual, we do have the current reigning champ, the engineer of all engineers, Mr. James Marrero.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well.
Nice.
Excited for this episode.
Glad you could be here. Thank you for holding it down, sir. We're going to be doing a little bit of a, in a sense, sort of a of a continuation of last week. I've always kind of said on the show that I don't want to get necessarily too political and pick sides, because I want this to be a neutral platform, no judgment zone, no negativity. But with the type of things that are going on, there's just some information and some facts and some knowledge and things of that nature I just want to present. I'm not trying to point fingers or pick sides or anything of that nature. It's just about letting the people know what's going on. Okay, sorry about that. I always gotta check the sound, But but yes. So we're gonna be getting into it today. If you were here last week, or if you caught any of it last week, we were talking about the type of things that this current um administration is kind of doing, positives and negatives. There's both. There's good people on both sides. On both sides, there's good things on. No, I do not want to restart right now, laptop. Why you always gotta do this to me, man? You better get yourself together. Um, but yeah, so if you were following along last week, we were talking about the good things and the bad things for entrepreneurs and small businesses and things of that nature that are going on with this current administration. But all right, last week, The wealthy wisdom is, which is what we're about to get into. If you were wondering what we were going to do first, which segment, the wealthy wisdom. So last week we broke down how government policies, Trump's proposed 2025 plans might shake the table for some small businesses. But this week we are trying to flip that camera. Flip it, flip it, flip it good, flip it, flip it, flip it good. We're trying to flip that camera. And now it's time to focus on the real power in the economy, which is us, you, y'all, all of us, the people, the consumers. That is where the real power in the economy is. We often sleep on our own influence. So let's wake that up, because whether we're swiping a debit card, posting to social media, or just choosing where we spend our money, we're making power moves even when it doesn't feel like it. We're still making power moves when we do these things. When we do them. It's what we do. So let's break it down, okay? So let's start with this. Consumer spending. Okay, listen carefully here. I want you guys to fully understand, okay? Consumer spending. I'm letting the West Side Phoenix, the hood, out right now, yo. Consumer spending makes up nearly 70%. 70. Consumer spending makes up nearly 70% of the U.S. gross domestic product. That's straight from the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis. So that means I'm not doing none of this, okay? My hands are too big. We're too. All you people watching, sign language, y'all know what that is. It's none of this, okay? It's none of that. This is coming from the U.S. Bureau of Economics Analysis. Now, if you're like, wait, what is the GDP, the gross domestic product? What is it? What is that? What is it? It's the total of all goods and services produced in the U.S. in a given year. So the GDP, gross domestic product, it is the total value of all goods and services produced in the U.S. in a given year. So if America was a business, which we are, consumer spending would be 70% of the revenue for the business. So what do you think happens if the consumers don't buy shit? Just saying. That means without, what was it? You gonna say something?
Oh, I was gonna say, like, yeah, that's why boycotts work.
Yep. But like I was saying, I don't know if y'all caught it in the beginning. Like we got to come together. It's the only way it works. You can't boycott by yourself. Yeah. Even though it is a 70% hit, if one person out of the 8 million does it, it's not necessarily an effect. That means without our everyday purchases like the coffee runs, the gas, the groceries, Netflix, the U.S. economy would be just hurting, and it wouldn't just be hurting, it would straight up flatline. Straight up. We'd be at the hospital giving our last words, our last visits for some of us. We are the economy, literally. Like literally, we are the economy, literally, bluff. And don't get it twisted. Most of these businesses we're spending with, they're not super big corporations. 99.9% of all businesses are small businesses, and that's from the SBA, the Small Business Administration. So when you support a local braider, a taco truck, mobile mechanic, or a bookstore, you're not just shopping small. You're funding dreams, and you're keeping neighborhoods alive. Staying alive. I don't own any of the rights. So don't cancel me or mute me. Don't mute me, please. But yes, people, yes, we are the consumers. We are 70% of the revenue. Start thinking about it like that, okay? We are 70% of this business called the US of A revenue. Let's talk a little bit about Black and brown consumers for a second, though. Let's talk numbers, because we got receipts, y'all. Receipts. According to Nielsen's 2023 report, black buying power hit $1.8 trillion dollars. Even Dr. Evil couldn't even fathom $1 trillion. That motherfucker was asking for a meal. You know what that would do in this day and age? An evil mastermind would go through that in a day. In this day and age, ask Elon Musk. I mean, people, ask people. He could be a supervillain. I swear, if he wanted to, if he really wanted to, Elon Musk. He's one fucking tantrum away. I'm just saying. But yeah, people, that's trillion with a T, not a B. A T, trillion. And Latinx, their buying power was over 2.5 trillion. Redunculous. Like an elephant's trunk on your leg. Just redunculous. Now, where is all that money going? Ain't no secret. Black and brown consumers shape what's hot. That's fucking period. There's no debating. No debating. No debating at all. We make what's hot. Everybody wants to be until you got to be up. You know what I mean? Dave Chappelle fans out there, Paul Mooney fans, you know what I mean? We drive trends, whether it's fashion, food, and even tech and streaming. Y'all might not think about it, but yeah, especially since they're somewhat recognizing us a little bit when it comes to the entertainment. I don't know if you guys have recognized that yourselves. There's been a little bit more color in entertainment lately. Just saying. But we got fashion, we got the streetwear, we got sneaker culture, which is, man, if you don't know sneaker, I'm not a sneaker head, but that sneaker culture is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And then not I don't even want to like think about the comparison when we come to the beauty trends. Like as a man, I don't understand them all, but I can understand that shit gets expensive and you need a lot of it to maintain some of these faces out here.
Yep.
Man, some of y'all.
Republican women.
Damn.
Republican women.
I'm just thinking about, man, sometimes these women be having like a whole fucking mask.
Yeah.
Like, damn. But yeah, so beauty brands like Fenty and Shea Moisturizer, freaking these Kardashian things and all this stuff, man. I've always liked more natural women. Like, don't get me wrong. Dial it up a couple of times a month or so every once in a while when you go out and look extra nice. But I prefer a woman who looks nice without it. We got food. Oh, food, man. Food. You can't even mention food without mentioning our influence. And that's another one that's across the board. I ain't trying to fucking stick up for black people or nothing like that when it comes to the food influence, especially out here in Arizona, man. The food, man, I don't even know if there's really black influence like that in Arizona, to be honest. Just these newer people who come out here talking about how come I can't find no Philly cheesesteak in Arizona? Because we ain't in Philly, motherfucker. Duh. But that same person who may be an entrepreneur gonna turn around and make their own Philly shop a year later. But yeah, man, you know, we got all the food, whether it's sauces, soul food fusions, things of that nature, and even we taking over this vegan thing, which when I was a young kid, like no disrespect, I'm just saying we had different perceptions back then. But when I was a young kid, vegan was for older white hippies. Like that was not like a normal conversation when I was young and a kid. That was like if someone was vegan, there was either something wrong with them, like medically, like the doctor was like, nah, you can't be eating this shit no more, or you were a fucking hippie. And come to find out, there's not even a lot of hippies that are vegan. But anyways, and then tech and streaming, you know, we got apps, we got gaming, content subscriptions, all kinds of stuff. You name it. When we embrace something, the world follows us. The ones with a slightly more melanin percentage, slightly more. But like James was saying, man, we got boycotts, but then we also got boycotts. Let's talk about our ability to disrupt. You've heard of a boycott. That's when we stop spending to protest. But have you heard of a boycott? Now, that's when we intentionally spend with businesses that align with our values. A perfect example. Here we go. You ready for this? You ready? Ready? We've done this before, so it can be done again, just so you know. And here is an example. We had Blackout Day back in 2020. On July 7th, 2020, millions of Black Americans and allies participated in a nationwide economic protest by refusing to spend money unless it was with a Black owned business. That movement was launched by activist Calvin Martyr, founder of the Blackout Coalition, and it gained support from folks like Killer Mike, which big respect to that guy. If you don't know what he's talking about and you want to support the Black culture and community, do your research, do your due diligence on Killer Mike. And celebrities across the board. The impact, check this out. The impact that this little event had, I mean, I don't mean to call it little, sorry, but it had a over 1 billion in redirected consumer spending in just 24 hours. One day.
A billion in a
They
day?
redirected 1 billion of consumer spending
Oh my god.
in one freaking day. That's what happens when we come together like handshakes.
Hell yeah.
But that's economic organizing. That's real pressure, as some of y'all would say. Even though every time I can't help it. Every time I hear someone say that, though, it reminds me of Ace Ventura. What do you know about pressure? Sorry, all my 30s and 40-year-olds. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So social media equals economic engine. Social media also leveled up our consumer power. UGC, user generated content, is the new commercial. Like, seriously, how often are you sitting there scrolling away on your phone, just basically watching commercials? Like, we all say that we love the streaming and stuff like that. We want to get away from commercials, but we spend our lives watching shorts and reels now.
Yeah.
We just watch commercials. That's all we watch now is commercials. If you really think about it, it's kind of crazy. But a 60-second unboxing video or I tried this spot in Phoenix reel can send a small biz viral. Seriously. It's proven. Do your due diligence. Look at Tabitha Brown making a brand explode with just a smile and some vegan sausage. We have the pink sauce lady, Chef Pie, turned TikTok chaos into a Walmart deal. Or the Arizona teens who made a gas station mukbang a thing. Local business went from 10 customers to a 2-hour wait. Just so you guys know, I hate to admit it, but that little section, I didn't do my due diligence. Don't ask me to any more details on any of those things. Just saying. We become the advertisers, the influencers, and the reviewers. Every post is a pitch. We're brand ambassadors, even though we don't know it. You know how much money these people are making off of us just because we have umpteen hundred followers and we decide to be like, hey y'all, I just tried this. It was bomb. You need to go try it. Next thing you know, that business just sold 100 because you have 600 followers. Half of them saw it. The other half looked at the menu. 50 of them dropped off and 100 of them purchased. Now that business just got 100 orders off of you. And you ain't get nothing for it. Man, everybody should be a brand ambassador. Just saying. So next time you think your little purchase doesn't matter, you got to remember your dollars are your votes in the economy. Use them wisely. Are you funding the problem or the solution? So that's going to wrap it up for the Wealthy Wisdom. We're going to roll right into the next segment of the show. And that is one of my favorites actually. It is called the Next Gen Thoughts. And we're going to be talking about how we ain't just customers, but we are the culture. We are the economy. All right, y'all. So it's time for the Next Gen Thoughts, where we get into how the younger generation is flipping the economic script. They're not just spending, they're setting trends, launching brands, and calling out companies left and right. Screw you, Kraft. But also, let's be real. Sometimes they're buying ethically sourced toothpaste one day and hitting Sheen with a cart full of $5 drip the next. The contradiction is real. It's real, real. So, James, let's go ahead and talk about it a little bit. So do you think it's actually possible for Gen Z or even broke millennials to only shop with ethical brands like trade fair, sustainability, eco certified everything, or is that just a low key a dream reserved for folks with money?
Um, I mean, personally, like I think, firstly, like they make it extremely hard to shop ethically, with making all of the non-ethical options a lot cheaper and a lot more affordable. Um, and also the fact that like they're really, I mean, from what I've heard, there
Mm,
is no ethical consumption under capitalism. So,
mm,
like, basically, you can't really be, um, you know, making that without some sort of exploitation involved.
mm,
Like, let's say the Sheen option, like that's child labor, you
mm,
know, but also, like, so is basically most of the shit that we use in America,
mm,
you
mm.
know?
Most of
So
the
it's like,
imported stuff, yep.
yeah, exactly. And, with the tariffs and that stuff going on as well on those goods that are unethically sourced, like it's extra bad, and
Mm.
that money's just going straight into our government. And it's like, do we really agree with what they're doing? You know?
No,
So
no, I
yeah,
don't. I don't. At least
exactly.
that's my opinion.
Yeah.
But um, so do you think that every dollar we spend is supposed to be conscious, or is that just something that's a new social media ideal? Like, is it realistic to actually ask people out here who are living check to check to really try to stop and make sure that we get this bamboo toothpaste, bamboo toilet paper?
Hmm. I'd say get it where you can, basically. I mean, we're all here trying to survive, and if you
Mm-hmm.
can be more conscious, definitely do it. If you can afford to be more conscious and money conscious, like, do it. Like, there is no real like reason not to if you can.
Mm-hmm.
However, like if you have to get McDonald's because you can't afford another meal, then like, I get it. It's hard. So, do exactly whatever you can. And that's all that matters, is doing what you can.
I mean, actually, man, if you guys are that broke and that desperate that you got to go to McDonald's and you really don't, give me a call. I'll teach you how to go to the grocery store, and I'll teach you how to make something for the same price
Oh
that you
yeah.
would spend at McDonald's. That's if you don't want to really go. If you're headed to McDonald's with your last $5 to go spend it and you're dreading it, hit me up. But if you're perfectly fine with it, to each their own. But I'm just a McDonald's hater. I ain't going front. I'm a McDonald's hater. Hey, 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 real estate moguls. Um, so why do you think more younger people today, more of the Gen Z and the older, or not older, the younger millennials are chasing side hustles instead of saving? Excuse me. You think it's more of lack of trust in the system, or is it more of just the thrill of maybe becoming the next big thing, the next YouTuber, media mogul, game guru, or dropship god?
I think that like side hustles in a lot of ways are just a good way to get money fast.
Mm-hmm.
I think that like sometimes they can be really reliable depending on like what you're doing. And if you have like a ton of them lined up and you know how to do all of it, then you could be making good money without having to put in, a bunch of hours making minimum wage.
Mm-hmm.
You can do stuff on your own. And yeah, um, I think it's both. I think it's distrust in these companies and also just wanting more bang for our buck.
Okay. Okay. So, you think as a whole, do you think there's a lot of these younger adults that understand that it might not be that easy to be the next YouTuber, and that sometimes you just, like you said, like you can juggle these gigs and still be successful and not necessarily be a social media persona.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of them, like, if they really truly believe in themselves and they really truly like dedicate themselves to the craft, like, they know that they can make it because a lot of them do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just how much work are you really willing to put in and how lucky can you get, basically, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, it's something that I think, it's a very saturated market to be in, but it's definitely still very possible because everybody's moving on to the next thing, and you might just be the next thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we gotta definitely, in my view, we still got to give a shout out to these people though, because
Mm,
I feel like there is a lot of misconception about the work that these influencers have put in.
yeah.
So shout out to all you influencers that are making a living off of it. All of you that aren't making a living, keep trying, step up the game. But what would you say is your take on this wave of content creators who turn clout into corporations? I'm not sure if I've heard about this Sauce Kid, but you might have.
Mm.
But the first one I want to hear your opinion on is K Sinnott. He's
Oh,
turning live streams into sponsorships and events. So how do you feel about this? I'm not 100% sure how he started and everything, but he's even
mm,
so big that I'm seeing him around, and that's what I mean. Like, shout out to him. I'm not sure exactly
yeah.
what he did, but just the fact that I'm seeing him do so much like this, I know he's putting in a lot of work.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, he started out just doing like streams in his bedroom with his friends, and
Mm,
you know, people found him funny, and then his clips started gaining popularity because, like, when you're doing live streams, it's not just the live stream that gets shared. If you're popular and you're funny, like, people are gonna take your clips and spread them elsewhere. They
mm,
get money from it, and you get even more popular. So it's just like a snowball effect at a certain point, especially with like Kai Cenat. Like, he's the biggest streamer on Twitch. When he, started, he wasn't anywhere. I mean, obviously, he
mm.
wasn't anywhere close to that, but
So like you guys said, you gotta have some of that natural riz
yeah.
to
Yeah.
to come up with the streams there, to come up in that genre, in that
Yeah.
particular
Yeah.
genre. Um, so are you familiar with I'm not sure if I've ever heard of this one, Pink Sauce?
Pink sauce.
Pink Sauce
Oh,
blowing up
yeah.
off of chaotic TikTok energy. I don't have TikTok, so that's probably why I'm not familiar with that one.
I know about pink sauce because she made this sauce that it was like dragon fruit or something, and like
Hmm.
she distributed it, and then like her whole supply chain was like she was giving it out and it was like already expired, and like people were getting
Mm.
extremely sick from it,
Ooh.
and then she was like receiving the backlash like horribly. Like, she was like, oh, it's your guys' fault, like you took the risk when you were buying the product, and it's
What?
like
So how is she popular then? Like, she be she didn't get canceled from that, from all
oh
that
yeah,
shit?
oh
Like,
yeah, she did. No, like,
so
nobody.
maybe Chat GPT set me up for failure on this one then. You're a little late with the info, maybe. But it said that, I guess, maybe the original, or actually it said blowing up off of chaotic TikTok energy.
Yeah.
So maybe when was the last time you heard about her or anything? Has it been recent?
No, I don't even remember the last time.
No, maybe she flipped it around. Maybe,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know. Maybe
know.
she flipped it around and benefit off of it somehow. But I'm definitely familiar with this guy because Javante freaking was in love with him. But Mr. Beast,
Oh
I
yeah.
heard he's had some situations lately, and not everybody's a fan of him. But I still got to give respect where respect is due.
Yeah.
You know, like I've seen, because my son used to watch him so much. I've seen older clips of him when he was beginning and just doing these random ass challenges and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And now this dude basically became one of these media moguls through
Yeah.
social media. Like I gotta respect the hustle. I'm not 100% sure what's going on with him. I'm not speaking on that, but yeah, what do you think about that one? And again, like I don't really want to touch on
Um.
the whatever negative. I forget who
Yeah.
told me, but somebody told me like somebody connected to him and him or just some negative
Oh,
stuff, but I don't really
like
want to.
yeah. I mean, I know the whole lore.
Mm-hmm.
Like his company, he was like protecting uh people that like children.
Mm,
And yeah, he was like covering that shit up. But like, yeah, I mean, I remember when he started and he literally was just doing like the most senseless, stupid stuff on camera, just like
mm,
saying one singular word for like 5 hours straight and counting how many times he said it.
yep, yep.
And
That guy is what made me realize I was a father, because I was like, this is how dads must feel, because I have no idea why the fuck Javante enjoys this shit.
yeah,
Like he's just, I'm gonna be in this box for 24 hours,
yep,
just doing nothing. I'm like, what you watching? Just watching this guy hang out in a box for 24 hours with nothing. He doesn't have any entertainment or anything. He's just in a box, just laying there.
yep. And it's like a challenge.
Cool.
It's so
Just
funny.
all right.
Yeah. Yeah, like it was so crazy though, because like you see the difference between like, his early stuff and like real like content creation. Cause
Hmm.
like in his new stuff, like apparently he was just like faking a lot of his videos and like picking contestants like beforehand to win.
Hmm.
And like making it so that they won in the video and like changing times and stuff. Like um yeah, but like in the early days, like he would for real sit there and do it. But
Hmm.
now he's trying to fake it, and you see how it changes over time.
Yeah, yeah. And then I bet you it also too, like he's got so much, like not to give him excuses or anything like that, but just observations and perceptions, you know. I feel like he has so much going on, because then he's got like chocolate now,
Yeah,
and I think some other food or something. Like he's just got other stuff going on. So he's probably, like I said, not to create excuses for him, but you know, once you get to a certain level and you got the money to do it, you want to make things easier,
yeah,
you know. So it's probably easier for him to plan it all out and get it done, instead of being like, all right, we're gonna just go out to this neighborhood, ask these people questions until we get a right answer, and give away this PS5 and home theater setup
mhm,
for free. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I mean too by like showing the respect for these people, because in the beginning, that is the type of shit that they would do.
mhm,
They go out into this random rough neighborhood for 3-4 hours, asking people one random ass question,
mhm.
and then they give away some dope shit.
Yeah,
But and that's always cool too. Like how would you not blow up off of that? Like
yeah,
I don't know who this white dude is, but he was cool as shit. He just gave me a PS5 because I knew that Roy G. Biv was for the rainbow.
yeah, basically. Yeah.
So here's the real challenging question for you, sir.
Mhm.
Real talk here. Would you get completely taken care of financially and go viral for a brand that isn't necessarily 100% ethical by your standards? It'll have you paid for the full year, taken care of completely. Would you start promoting it like something like a toe jam tea, if they were guaranteeing you this whole year of we got you, we got you?
I don't know if I'm like probably not. Like probably not.
Nah, you couldn't do taste.
Like
You have to do the marketing, like, mmm, toe jam tea tastes great. I
you
think I actually
know,
swallowed some of that shit this time, man. Fuck.
like I don't know if I could just sell myself out like that. Like, I mean, maybe, but it depends on the freaking brand. Like if it was Nestle, hell no,
You
hell
just know too
no.
much backstory on them or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. Like I just know all the shit that they've done, but like,
Excuse me.
um, I don't know if it was some unknown, but they were like
Like you found out
slightly,
like 4 months in, you're like, you guys do what?
yeah.
Well, shit. How much time we got left?
Yeah, like if I was like in the contractual agreement already and I couldn't back out, like I would probably still keep, I mean, I would definitely still have to keep going with it, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to. I don't know. I'd have to. Me personally, first, I would try to see if there is any way that I could do it without showing my face.
Yeah.
That would be my first question. Like, Now, is there any possible way that I can endorse this without literally showing my face connected to the product?
Yeah.
If that's a no, then I don't know. I got to think some more.
Yeah.
A whole year,
Dude.
all my bills and everything paid. How
Yeah.
much time do I have to dedicate to you guys?
I mean, like, if I was like a big content creator, probably not. I mean, I'm thinking now since like nobody really knows me,
Well,
like,
yeah. I mean, you can use your current like life right
yeah.
now. So, say like some random camera lens just reached out to
Hmm.
you. They're like, "Hey, we noticed that you went to this school and you got
Yeah.
this degree. Uh, we forge our diamond lenses from the diamonds picked in Africa,
Hmm.
but from the blood diamonds in Africa. But we want you to promote promote us, and
Oh,
we'll move you back to Colorado and put you up in Aspen and make sure your room's paid for, your groceries. You don't got to worry about anything but your own transportation and your own fun."
I don't think I could do that. I would probably make a video about them reaching out to me and make money off of that.
Like, listen to this shit.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
But yeah, man, yeah, I mean but that's good though, because with the topic that we're talking about, that shows that there is there is people out there that are thinking that way. You know what I mean? And that's a prime example of what I was saying before with the wealthy wisdom, like the way we support certain things and where we spend our money, and even when it comes down to the social media, like there's some people out there that are so extreme with it that they might not even agree with us in the end, where we were kind of talking stuff of being like, post about them reaching out to you. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have that one person that's super on this side of they're so wrong, and they'd be like, well, why are you even gonna give them the time of the day? Like, why are you even gonna put them on your social media to talk about them if they do that? You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
people like that, so but but yeah, man, I know we're joking and laughing about it, but it's real.
Yeah.
The type of companies and the type of people you support, it means something. Just think about these companies as if it was your friend.
Mhm.
You know, if you think it's wrong, if you're an anti-racist person, are you gonna be friends with a racist person?
Hell no. Yeah.
So if you're anti-racist, why would you spend your money with a racist business?
Yeah.
Just an example. If your friend likes to steal and you think stealing is the worst thing in the world, or not your friend, but if you know somebody that likes to steal and you think stealing is the worst thing in the world, you gonna keep hanging out with this guy that steals all the time? Probably not. Same things goes for where you spend your money. I mean, just like we also said too, like, we don't get it twisted. There has to be balance and there has to be understanding. We understand that, like, sometimes you only got $1. You got to get that 15-cent ramen. You got to. You ain't got $1. 50-cent ramen and a jugs juice, fucking some high fructose corn syrup with watered down fried fructose corn syrup and a couple of drops of food coloring. Sometimes you gotta do that shit. Sometimes you got to. Sometimes you gotta take the toilet paper from work. You gotta do that shit sometimes. Guilty. Guilty. You gotta do it sometimes. But when you can be conscious of what you're doing in your life, you should be. But that's gonna wrap it up for the Wacky Wealth. Um, we're rolling right into next. The health is wealth. The health is wealth is brought to you by Jessica Morero and Christina Rose of Elevated Souls. They say that we are here to elevate your soul. You can reach them at 480-269-2649, or you can follow them on the IG, which is ELIVE, the number 8 underscore SOULS. But yes, it's time for the Health is Wealth segment where we remind you that building wealth without wellness is just a shortcut to a burnout. And I'm not talking about cars here. Nope. Today we're talking economic self-care. Not the spa day kind, but the everyday decisions that keep our mind, money, and peace all in alignment. There's got to be the balance. The balance. Um, so number one, we got budgeting, or I don't mean to number these, but we got in no particular order. Budgeting, choosing conscious brands, community spending equals social and emotional wealth, and that is it. Oh shoot, what did we just do? We did the wacky
Next
wealth.
gen. We just did next gen.
Okay, I totally messed up. I don't know if anybody caught that, but that was a late ass trigger in my brain. I said we were wrapping up wacky wealth, but we were wrapping up next gen. Sorry for the 45-second delay on that. But anyways, that's why you need these these mental health days. Sometimes shit gets all jumbled. So budgeting equals less stress, more control. Let's be real. Money is the number one source. The number one source. Yes, that's what I said. It's the number one source of stress for folks 18 to 45. 18 to 45. Why are y'all worried about money at 18, man? You should still be at home, finishing school, making dumb decisions for girls or guys. It's 2025, whatever you choose. But making young dumb decisions about relationships, like unprotected sex or sneaking out. Well, at 18, I guess you ain't got to sneak out. Sneaking your mom's car, just like dumb shit like that. Like y'all don't need to be worried about money, man. But anyways, and that's info. Number one source of stress, 18 to 45, and that is from the American Psychological the American American Psychological Association, the APA. Just so you guys know, I'm not talking for shits and giggles. Not relationships, not work, not even parenting, which is mighty stressful sometimes. Mighty. It is the money, the moolah. Money is stressing people the hell out. It's so stressful sometimes. Even the devil's like, you know what, man? I'm gonna just let y'all come chill for a little bit. It's hot down here, but you can stay at my place, free rent until you get your shit together. But here's the thing. Budgeting isn't about restriction, it's about reclaiming control. When you know where your money is going, your brain stops living in panic mode. You stop waking up like, did that auto payment hit already? Didn't I move the money? I don't know if I moved the money. Can I even look at my bank app today? Can I? Can I? Because I don't want to get depressed. Even a simple budget gives your mind structure, and structure gives your nervous system peace. Your nervous system peace. It's like telling your future self, hey, bro, hey, I got you. You thirsty? You thirsty? I got you, bro. I got you, man. We got water at the house. I got you. Choosing conscious brands equals emotional alignment. Here's something we don't talk about enough. Where we spend our money reflects how we feel about ourselves. Think about that. Think about that sometimes. When you stop buying from companies that exploit people or pollute communities and instead support brands that align with your values, you start feeling better emotionally because you feel like you're part of a better purpose, better solution. Why? Because your actions match your beliefs. That emotional alignment, it reduces inner conflict, increases confidence, and builds integrity with yourself. It might just be toothpaste or a hoodie, but when that purchase, or maybe some jewelry, handmade jewelry from Elevated Souls, or maybe some sea moss gel, flavored sea moss gel. That banana cinnamon I hear is pretty good. Tropical spice be popping. It just hits different, People support other people's principles. It hits different. It's self-respect with a receipt. Literally. Literally. A receipt. Community spending equals social and emotional health. Let's take it even deeper, like ointment on your cut. Spending money in your own community, like a local farmer's market, a book fair, or neighborhood vendor, does more than just support local. It creates connections. You learn who's growing your food, printing your shirt, or making your CMOS. Thanks, Chat GPT. I didn't even catch that one. That kind of spending feeds your soul. Look at that. Look at that. Psh, your CMOS feeds your soul. I see what you're doing there, Chat GPT. Good looking out. Elevated Souls. 480-269-2649. It reminds you that you're part of something real, and that connection that builds trust. It reduces isolation. It also shifts your mindset from I got to survive alone to we can thrive together. That mindset shift alone can boost your health at least like 57 XP, maybe even 58, depending on how you acquire it. Shoot, if you do it in the most righteous way possible, it could be a 75 XP boost. Just saying.
Damn, that's like near 50%.
Yup. Yup. Like it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Get that XP boost. Get it. So when we talk about economic self-care, we ain't just talking about saving money, y'all. Nope. We're talking about saving yourself from stress, disconnection, and self-betrayal. Your money should work for your mental health, not against it. So make sure you budget smarter, shop consciously, spend locally. Your peace literally depends on it. And also, just side note, over here at W4G, we understand that we can't always make complete 180 changes right away. So, baby steps, as long as there's progress. As long as there's progress, then there's XP points.
Boom.
And in the end, that's all you want. Even if it's just one. One, dude. If you do one a day for the whole year, that's at least 365 fucking XP points right there. Sound like a lot to me. I mean, I don't know what your grand total you're shooting for, but 365, that's still a decent amount. It's pretty decent. But that's going to wrap it up for the Health is Wealth today. And we're going to roll right into the Wacky Wealth. Wicca Wealth. Hold on. Pardon me for a moment. I feel somebody creeping. And I creep. Yeah. Don't mute me because I don't own the copyrights. Sorry, I had to attack before I had to defend. So let's get on over to the Wacky Wealth. It's time for that segment where we remind you that capitalism has no shame and zero chill. This week's Wacky Wealth is all about how people have gotten stupid rich over stupid shit. I'm sorry. That was just real mean part. Stupid rich off of ideas that make you say, bruh, how'd that even fucking work? Like, really? Like, really though? Like, I bet you somebody out there, one of y'all, hold on, sorry. I bet one of y'all, sorry, you couldn't see the other hand. One of y'all out there is going to be like, bruh, what the fuck? Like, the fuck? So listen up. Let's get into the strangest way folks made millions off the masses. These ain't theories. These are receipts. This shit really happened. You can Google it. Do your due diligence, please, if you don't believe me. Okay, we got Goops.
Oh.
You heard of this one already?
Unfortunately.
Goop's vagina candle. You may have heard about this one, but it still earns a spot. Gwyneth Paltrow's lifestyle brand, Goop, dropped a candle called This Smells Like My Vagina. And folks ate that shit up like it was time to eat some booty. The candle sold out in hours and created so much buzz that it sparked fucking copycats.
Oh, yeah.
Copycats. Motherfuckers is out here thinking they buying Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina smell, and you got fucking Patricia's from around the block.
What the fuck?
Get the new version. It's got authentic pubic hair inside.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even be mad at it though, man. Because come on, man, that's crazy. They got away with it.
Yeah.
No shade, but I can't even get mad. People, I mean, I just fucked that part up, but I can't even be mad. It's like it's great. It's like, oh,
I mean,
and that's the first one.
You gotta take advantage of what you can, okay? So if you can sell 1,000,000 men a candle that smells like your vagina, I mean, you gotta go for it. That's money,
right? Dang, man, like, then sometimes, man, I'm like, as stupid as it sounds and as ridiculous as it sounds, sometimes I see stuff like this and I'm like, why didn't I think of that? I mean, I'm nobody special to be selling my genitalia smell, but there's other things where it's like, damn. Like this one here. Used tissue for $80. This one is disgusting and genius all at once. A company called Vaev sold used tissues for $70.99 a box, claiming it would help build immunity by exposing you to real germs. Claiming that it was like a DIY flu shot.
That is the dumbest thing ever.
That's not wellness. That's willingness to catch the cooties. If I catch you buying snot napkins for $80, I'm not calling CPS. I'm slapping the fuck out of you. Taste out your mouth. You might lose a tooth. I'm putting bottom of the palm into it and everything. No finger slap. You get bottom palm. Really for $80? I mean, I might let it slide if it's like 5 or 10. It's still disgusting, but I ain't gonna slap you. But for $80,
dude, you're spending $80 to get sick. That's it.
God,
that's it. To rub other people's snot on your
why don't
face.
you just go volunteer at an old folks home,
literally,
or a children's hospital? Be better off fucking volunteering at a hospital or something.
God.
You ain't even got to spend no money to do that, and you'll be helping. You'll be helping people. Oh my god, that one's crazy. That one's crazy. McDonald's, I always fuck this up. Susan, Szechuan.
Oh, Szechuan.
Szechuan sauce. Yes, the McDonald's Szechuan sauce resale. Let's not forget when McDonald's brought back the Szechuan sauce. I'm not even sure if it's Asian or I just can't say that shit. It's like Worcester. Yeah. In 2017, for a limited drop, folks lined up for hours for some goddamn little fucking like 2-ounce.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Do you know the show Rick and Morty?
I'm familiar with it, but I haven't really watched it though.
Yeah. Well, the Szechuan sauce is from there's McDonald's, but in an alternate universe, and the Szechuan sauce was from the McDonald's from the show.
Oh, so they bought like a recipe from them or something, and then actually dropped it for a limited time.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes so much more sense on this other part, because this other part is like, what the fuck? Because I'm already like, these motherfuckers lined up for hours for some motherfucking sauce, and I know that shit's got to be like 2 ounces, probably. Yeah, because they're like, it's probably the same old little fucking. I haven't eaten McDonald's in years, but they're the type of motherfuckers, they don't change shit. If anything, it's smaller. If anything, it's 1.5 ounces now. But damn. But so okay, that's not the crazy part that they dropped it and people waited for hours. The crazy part is motherfuckers hustled that shit. Now that's the Berlazy. That's the Berlazy part. Berlazy is like, you hustled that shit. Like kudos. You figured out a way to hustle and make some money. But goddamn, for this consumer, one dude turned around and sold a single fucking 2-ounce 1.75, since it's fucking McDonald's, 1.69 ounce of fucking swashing sauce for $15,000 on eBay.
My God.
A single pack.
Oh my God.
15,000 of them things. God damn, dude. God. And you know what? You probably could have just went on Instagram and found that one dude that fucking looks like Method Man. He's probably got the recipe in his fucking recipe book. And you could have made that shit yourself. What's that dude? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't know
The
who
dude
you're
that looks like
talking
Meth. He looks like if Method Man and Childish Gambino had a love child. Damn, what's his name? He's always trying to look all sophisticated, and then he like drops the glasses, and he's like, so here's my recipe book, and he has like recipes for all these fucking fast food chains and shit. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, y'all probably could have just fucking Googled that dude and fucking got the recipe there. 15,000, fuck, bro. I really hope you're rich at least.
Yeah, I mean,
Because if you went into debt over some motherfucking McDonald's sauce, you getting 2 slaps. One from each hand. And like I said, we talking bottom of the palm. Ain't no fingers. I'm going to put my fingers back just like that. Fucking all palm.
hit him with the discombobulate from fucking Sherlock Holmes.
Right? Fucking double ear.
Yeah, boom.
Damn. Now this one I gotta give kudos to this one. This one is a real fucking hustle. But still. Invisible art for $18,000. This is for the deep thinkers out there. In 2011, artist James Franco, who I don't know, I'm hoping he's not doubling, like actor turned artist, because it's the same thing, Jimmy. James Franco held an art exhibit featuring invisible sculptures. Invisible sculptures.
Oh,
motherfuckers went to go to a fucking art exhibit with them. Yeah. Sorry, I know I already read this and I reacted the same way the first time I read it. And one of people went to an invisible exhibit with invisible sculptures, and one of the motherfucking pieces sold for $18K.
Oh God.
The buyer got a certificate because he couldn't take it home.
Oh my God.
I mean, it doesn't say that, but I assume, because what the fuck are you taking home?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you taking home besides a certificate that says you bought nothing?
Yeah.
Oh my God, 18,000 for an invisible sculpture. I wonder how much it weighs. God damn.
Yeah.
But that's the type of shit that has me sometimes like, how the fuck did I not come up with that? But then also, like, how the fuck did he get away with that? He had to have already been established or something.
Yeah.
And then did some crazy shit, because ain't no listed, delisted fucking artist gonna get away with that shit. Fucking 18,000 for a, God damn it. 18,000 for a fucking invisible sculpture. Here's your certificate, sir.
Yeah. No, like that's just like
Oh
that
my
is just
God.
such like that is the most rich people shit I've ever heard.
Seriously.
Like,
Oh my God. Tell me you're rich without telling me you're rich. Oh, watch yourself. That's my invisible sculpture for 18,000. Don't knock that over. Watch yourself. Watch yourself, buddy. Oh my God, sorry. I'm just in such disbelief. So moral of the story of the wacky wealth and shit is like, man, if you got an idea, like try it, bro. Like try this mother 18, bro. For 18 invisible. God damn it.
yeah.
You know, you can sell some germs on a fuck. You can, man.
Yeah,
Go.
you could sell fucking petri dishes of like you just sneeze in a petri dish.
Yeah.
Oh, $100.
Here's 100. I was the first person with the fucking COVID. Here's your free COVID shot. Just sniff this petri dish.
God.
Fucking, you can even bullshit, dude. Go get your old fucking 13-year-old, 14-year-old crusty socks and be like, this is Dwayne Wade. I got this from Dwayne Wade's mom. Fucking put it on eBay and fucking Dwayne Wade's crusty sock from his mom.
Yep.
Somebody buy that shit for 18,000, and you just fucking just go to Walmart, get some Gildans and bust in that shit and sell it. Fucking boom. Made 18,000 off of fucking 10.99 investment
Yeah.
in 5 minutes and some fucking baby oil. Fucking no Diddy.
Insanity.
Oh my god, dude. Like fucking okay. All right, so that's gonna
All
wrap
right.
it up for Wacky Wealth. And then we're gonna roll right into the last segment of the show, which is one of my favorites. It's one of your favorites. It is everybody's favorite. It is
We building, boy.
So we're gonna roll right into that commercial and be right back. Yes. Welcome back. Make sure to like, share, follow, all that. You can catch us on Facebook, Instagram, and the tubes of YouTubes. If it's make a do it, try it. Velveeta, sorry. Do it. Why not? Or you could even be like, tell them there's like if you probably got that black don't crack, you know what I mean? You could be like, there's pieces of my epidermis inside of the makeup, and that's how you're gonna stay rejuvenated and young looking like me, because you have a part of my skin now. You can put it on your face. God damn, that's disgusting. But hey, somebody probably buy it. Somebody probably do it. Somebody do it. Or you could just sell them empty compacts, or not compacts. What are they called? Or it is called a compact, right? The little thing with the brush, and I don't know. I don't use that shit. some eyeliners.
Yes.
Man, damn. So yeah, you had to bring me back to that, huh? You had to bring me back to it, Valvita, huh? It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to Habari Entertainment. Sorry, almost said the wrong thing. Habari Entertainment, Habari Live. Make sure to check them out on all the social medias. That's Instagram, Facebook. They even got the TikTok. I'm sloppily upset there. I can't fucking talk. We're all done. I'm trying to wrap it up all quick, and now I'm fucking up. They even got the TikTok. And make sure you check them out on the website as well, habarientertainment.com. And also a big shout out to our other sponsor, Elevated Souls. Get your fresh pressed juice, or actually, I don't know if it's pressed. Get your fresh juice. I think it's pressed. I don't know why I'm doubting myself. That sounds right, but it doesn't feel right. But I don't know. Anyways, get your juice. Get some juice. It's delicious. Some delicious juice from them. You can order it from them. You can get some delicious flavored sea moss gel. Make sure you hit them up and ask about the flavors, because the flavors are fucking delicious. Throw it in your shake and you'll thank me later. And also handmade jewelry as well. Shout out to Stardust and Sage. You can find their jewelry inside of that store, and also Farm to Farm. Actually, we should get their logos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal y'all logos pretty soon, just so you know. Stardust and Sage, Farm to Pharmacy, so I don't have to say it every time. I can throw your address up there and everything. But Farm to Pharmacy, Chandler Mesa area. Stardust and Sage is in the Roosevelt Row area, 7th Street in Roosevelt. You can get their handmade jewelry there, or you can contact them through the phone number or the IG. But we're getting towards the end, so let's give a round of applause for our engineer of all engineers, Mr. James Marrero.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for making time for us and being able to hold it down on the engineering. And then another round of applause, and that one's for you guys out there, wherever you're at, out there. Whether you're watching us live or you catch up later, that is for you. But in the meantime, peace.